Did you know that villagers can sleep in boats? Or that they have 8 hidden inventory slots? Here are 35 interesting villager facts. Number 1. Back in 2012, a new texture was secretly added into Minecraft. This was the angry villager head, but unfortunately it was never used in game. Villagers are thieves. If you accidentally drop your food, a villager will try to steal it. That's because villagers actually have 8 hidden inventory slots. Luckily, they can only pick up these items. Java and bedrock villagers are not the same. Dropping an anvil on a sleeping Java villager does nothing. However, on bedrock, not only does it wake him up, but he also takes quite a bit of damage. Another weird thing that happens in Bedrock Edition is villagers sleeping in boats. Just wait until the night when the villager goes to bed. Once he is asleep, place down a boat and there you go. Number 5. Iron golems can actually attack villagers. But Dadusak, how is that possible? Well, most of the time the iron golem has nerves of steel. Good one. Those nerves run out when a firework set off by a villager damages the golem. It's safe to say he didn't expect that one. In 2013, something happened that set the community on fire. In the 1.6 release poster, Mojang showed a blue villager in the background. The players were hyped, expecting a new mob to be added, but it never came. That reminds me of the green axolotl. I hate when Mojang does this. You're looking at the smallest village ever found. By using this strange seed and going to these coordinates, you will find the legendary village. Spawning a raid here would be just unfair. But hey, at least the bell is still here. The smallest village ever is definitely interesting, but we're only getting started. Villagers have evolved a lot throughout the years. Today they have over 100 unique skins, all of which come from this naked villager texture. Actually, some of these skins are inspired by luxurious brands. Here's one from Gucci. In 2014, Mojang shocked the entire player base. For one day, they changed everyone's skin to a villager. But not only that, they also added one of the funniest sound packs I've ever played with. Take a listen.
Oh! What are you doing?
Number 10. Every night, there is a small chance that up to 20 zombies spawn inside of your village, even when you've removed all dark areas. This is a zombie siege, and they only happen on Java Edition, in villages that have over 20 beds. That's good news for the smallest village from before. Most villagers are productive members of society, but then there are nitwits. Jeb calls them village idiots, and this is why. Nitwits stay outside later than other villagers. They refuse to trade with the player. They wake up late, and all they do is try to breed with others. Have you ever tried to sleep in the nether? If you have, then you've probably learned a very painful lesson. However, for some strange reason, villagers can sleep in the nether without any problems. And no matter how many times they do so, the bed never explodes. When villages were first added, they were completely empty. Imagine finding this mysterious structure in your world. I would be terrified. Notch added villagers shortly after. However, it wasn't so simple. In fact, villages were meant to have a completely different mob living in them, and that's the pigman, which back then had the texture of a standing pig. But this is still nothing compared to the facts later in the video. Zombies hate villagers, and they will do whatever it takes to hunt the villagers down, even if they are invisible. The funniest part is that wandering traders also have this problem. Homie brought his own invis potion just to get completely clapped. Number 15. Not only do villagers have hidden inventory slots, they also have 4 slots for armor. And with the use of a dispenser, they can even equip that armor and have all of its effects. But Dadusak, I don't see the armor. Yeah, the armor is not rendered, but there are certain items that are, like carved pumpkins and mob heads. I find it hilarious that you can have a villager with netherite armor and a dragon head running around. There is a way to get a baby nitwit in survival. Since zombie villagers can also be spawned as babies, you can find one that's a nitwit and cure him to get a baby nitwit. Imagine being useless ever since you were born.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
However, don't expect to find this zombie villager randomly, because they are exceptionally rare. Villagers are probably the smartest mob in all of Minecraft, but that wasn't always the case. Back in beta, all villagers had the name Testificate, and they had the same AI as pigs. We all know who kept the pigs AI.
Huh?
In fact, it would take a whole year before the villagers got their first ever traits and became somewhat useful. Seeing your entire village raided can be stressful. That's why villagers sometimes panic during a raid or a zombie siege. A panicking villager starts shaking and sweating. When villagers are sweating, they have a higher chance of spawning iron golems. Did you know that villagers can actually climb ladders? But there is a catch. They don't understand how ladders work. So when they use ladders, it's purely by accident. And there is one more issue. They can only go up. Meaning you will often find stranded villagers on the second floors of buildings. Number 20. Villagers love to gossip. Every day, they gather in the center of the village and share valuable information. As someone who grew up in a village, I can confirm this happens. For instance, if you kill an iron golem and a villager sees you, that guy will try to tell others what happened, and as a result, all the trades in that area will become more expensive. The fisherman is one of the most unique villagers. Firstly, it can be very useful in speedruns because of this one trait. But this is also the only villager that has an old texture on its skin, which in this case is the OG Minecraft fish. I guess the fisherman prefers old Minecraft, and I don't blame him. Baby villagers have more energy than they know what to do with. During the day, they can be found jumping on beds and playing tag with each other, similarly to baby hoglins and baby piglins. However, the real fun begins at night, when a baby zombie starts chasing a baby villager. Oh, come on, Iron Golem. You had to ruin all the fun. The NPC can be found in the Education Edition, and it's the only mob in all of Minecraft that you can chat with. So if you don't have any friends, this might be the move. Villagers are total weaklings when compared to the NPC, since NPCs are immune to fall damage, fire damage, drowning, suffocation, or any damage from the player. Villagers have no problem doing the dirty in public. However, if someone dies, for the next 3 minutes, the entire village doesn't want to breathe. Number 25. Everyone knows that villagers have 5 levels, but not many players realize that upon leveling up, they start healing. These pink particles aren't a mere visual effect. They are particles from regeneration. So how much HP does the villager heal, Dadusak? Well, not much. It's just 2 hearts. The iconic villager sound actually has a name. It's called Herner Jusger, or at least that's how someone tried spelling it out on Reddit. The developer Dinnerbone liked this name so much that he added it as one of the splash texts. If you didn't know this, then please subscribe. It takes 1 second. Baby villagers and iron golems have a special relationship. Okay, that sounded weird. As I mentioned before, the youngsters love to run around, but they also stare at players and iron golems. And if the iron golem is holding a poppy in his hand, the baby villager may try to cautiously take the flower from his hands. Every working villager has a badge that shows what tier of traits have been unlocked. There are 5 different badges, and they are located just below the waist. Stone stands for novice, iron stands for apprentice, gold stands for journeyman, emerald stands for expert, and diamond stands for master. Maybe I haven't noticed these badges because all of my villagers are trapped in work camps. It's common knowledge that cats are better than dogs, and the villagers agree, as you can usually find multiple cats roaming around the village. The amount directly depends on how many beds there are in the area, but there can only be a maximum of 5 cats per village. That's more than I have. Number 30. This cleric villager might seem normal from the front. However, from the back, you will see a creeper face. You ain't fooling nobody, bro. The creeper face can be found in many places throughout Minecraft. It's in the logo, it's on shields, it's in fireworks, it's on the chiseled sandstone, and it's even on the green carpet llama. There is a cool bug in Java Edition when you enable the Programmer Art resource pack. All villagers will now appear with a green hood over their heads. This is because the texture pack uses the old nitwit texture, which has the same hood. Dude, no matter what we talk about, the nitwit is always to blame. When trading with villagers, the price of an item will either rise or fall with changes in demand, meaning items that you want and trade often will become more expensive, and items that you never touch will slowly become cheaper. I can't believe Minecraft went from a simple block game to having a sustainable economy. Not only are nitwits stupid, they're also a complete accident. See, Mojang never actually added nitwits into the game. It was the players who invented them. Back in the day, you could summon villagers without a career using commands. Jeb wanted to fix this. However, thousands of players used this glitch, and so he instead decided to make nitwits a feature. The movements of a villager might seem random at first, however that couldn't be further from the truth. Each villager has his own bed, to which he returns every night, unless you destroy the bed. Then he has nowhere to sleep and becomes homeless. Because of that, he loses his job. Then his wife leaves him and takes the kids. With no reason to live, the villager does the unthinkable.
Oh my god!
Number 35. In Bedrock Edition, finding a village is actually easier than on Java, since they can generate in more biomes. But both editions of Minecraft don't have swamp or jungle villages, despite there being swamp and jungle villagers.